Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't not subscribed, sorry y'all. If you haven't not subscribed, subscribe. We finna talk about Ginny and Georgia season 2. I literally just finished it like 4 minutes ago. While I'm like, the hell? Let's get into the video. I'm in shock. I'm not in shock though. I'm just like, because everything was going good. I thought Georgia was gonna get her happy ending. I'm thinking, you know, this girl's gonna get her happy ending. Everything's gonna go well. Like, I'm thinking like this girl's gonna, you know, get her, I put it in my notes. I'm thinking this girl's gonna get her happy ending. This girl got arrested at her damn wedding. It's just, who did it? I really do think Nick did it. Because I'm gonna talk about these other, but Nick, he was gonna lead to the wedding, but the detective stopped him and told him a lot about Georgia. But Nick, this person lied to you. He played like he was gay. He literally played like he was gay. And you decided to believe anything coming out of his mouth? Like, it had to be him that did that. It had to be, because he didn't really like Georgia like that anyway. He was waiting on something to do on her. He had to do that. He had to. It either was Nick or either was Cynthia. Either Cynthia found out that she did it because either she had cameras in her house or something. I don't know. Somebody did it. It's either Nick or Cynthia, because that's the only, or Nick. Somebody snitched on her. I don't know who it would be, but somebody did. Maybe it was Gil. Could have been Gil. Could have been Gil. Could have been him too. But overall, this season was so good. This was probably like one of the best seasons ever. I took my time watching the show because I couldn't just binge watch. I couldn't do it. It just, from episode 1, it was already like things was happening down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much was happening just by season 1, episode 1. So I'm like, I had to watch it like every other day because it just was so much. And that's what I love about this show, because something always happened every single episode. Episode 1, something happened. Episode 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10. Something always happened each episode. Like, it just was so good. So good. So good. Okay, let's talk about the people. Let's talk about the characters that, you know, let's talk about these characters. They're not losers. I wouldn't call them losers, but a lot of them are not losers. But anyways, I'm going to start off with Abby. I liked it, Abby, this season. I felt kind of bad for her. I really thought she was going to, like, do something to her. I really thought she was going to harm herself, because she really was upset that Nora and Maxine wasn't talking to her. Ginny wasn't really talking to her either, so she always felt alone. So I really thought she was gonna do something to herself. I felt it. I'm like, she gonna do something to herself. She ended up not doing anything, but like, I really thought like something was gonna happen to her. But let me see if they got his name. But I don't see his name. Matt. Abby, what do you see in Matt? I mean, he's cute, but what do you see in him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you see in this man? You know, like, I understand. I kind of see why she was with him, because at the episode 10, Nora was like, "Oh, girl, why you messing with this man?" I think the reason why that Abby was messing with this man is because this girl was hurt because her father is with somebody else, parents getting divorced, she just wanted some love, etc. So I kind of see why she did it. You know what I'm saying? But I love that she went off on Nora. I'm glad she did, because Nora needed to hear that, because Abby was she's more closer with Nora than she is with Maxine. Her and Abby and Nora goes like this, and it's like, she was hurt that she lost her, like, she just was not talking to her. I would be mad too, because it's like, damn girl, you ignoring me, you following Maxine like this kitty shit. And it's like, girl, I really need you when I need you the most, but you want to do this kitty yaya stuff over something that was so stupid. You know what I'm saying? They later got over it, but it's like they didn't have to, like, it just didn't have to go the way it did. I'm glad that they friends, but like it really, really affected Nora. I mean, not Nora, but it really affected Abby, and I felt very, very sorry for her when she went through that. Next person we're gonna talk about is Maxine. Still don't like her. Still don't like her. I don't care. Still don't. You're not finna make me like her. I don't care. You writers, Netflix, you're not finna make me like her. I mean, she's good. Like, she has some good things about her. Like, when she was helping Marcus and stuff like that. I give her that. But other than that, Because for the fact that you're mad, but as teenagers, you get mad over stupid stuff like that. But you didn't have to treat Abby and Ginny like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way how she could have went with it, because it's like Sophie was doing that to you. It's like you kind of got the taste of your own medicine, you know. But overall, Maxine was alright this season. She was alright. I was kind of mad because her outfits were so cute. Don't get me wrong, like, she deserved it. But I'm like, why couldn't Ginny get them cute outfits? You know, it would have looked cute on Ginny. But the only thing I'm kind of like confused about is with Maxine. When all of them became back friends, I was confused when Maxine started to hang out with Jeannie's friends. Brisha, I didn't mind, because they worked together with this play and stuff, like they worked together with this play. But she started hanging out with Ginny, like hanging out with her at this table with her new friends. You need to back up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, back up. Because these is not your friends, boo. These are not your friends. These are Jeannie's friends. And Ginny friends is looking at her like, why the fuck is this girl is at our table? You know what I'm saying? Just because you know Ginny, that don't mean that these friends are your friends. And it's like, she's kind of moved herself into their friendship, and I don't like that. That really, really, like, why she's there. But I would say that I love that she really, really comforted Marcus, because Marcus is depressed. But she did that because Marcus is really going through a lot, and I'm glad that she really felt sorry for him. It's just, she kind of did more than her parents should have done. You get what I'm saying? Like, Ellen and her dad, like, they could have did more for Marcus. Just stop giving him meds. Just kind of be there for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, take him to therapy, but it's like, Maxine was actually like listening to him. Like, what's wrong with you? She was comforting him and being there for him. And it's like, her parents should have did that for Marcus instead of just trying to get him meds and shit. So I give Maxine that. Like, Maxine, you ate with that, boo. You really, really ate with that. So yeah, Maxine was good with that. Still low-key don't like her. I don't care. But like, she ate up that role though. Her and Brisha, that play, they ate that up. But I would say when they came back friends, I'm taking what I said back. When they came back friends, I saw another side of Maxine that I liked it. Because she snatched it up to Sophie. Because I was kind of mad. Because I'm like, okay, you got Silver over here that really, really wants to be with you. But you got this other girl that's playing like, I don't want to be with you. But now she want to be with you because she don't got no man. But then she told you, oh, let's just be friends. But you know damn well you don't want to be more than friends. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that Maxine stood up to her. Because it mad at her. As I'm like, girl, you better not get with this girl. She did it. So I was happy. So Maxine was good with that, okay? She was good with that. She was good with that. Okay. I'm skipping around. I'm not going to talk about everybody because I want to talk about Marcus. Marcus this season was very, very good. I'm glad that I kind of knew he was depressed. I'm glad that we know why he's depressed. And just loved it how they shown his character. Like, I felt so sorry for him. And I love that Maxine was a helping hand for him. And I love that he loves Ginny, but he knew that he has some stuff that he has to fix. So he kind of pushed her away. I just didn't like how he did it. But when when they broke up and Georgia told Ginny that, you know, Marcus is going through a lot. Like, he's going through a lot. And it's like, this is what he kind of does. And it's like, I love that Georgia and Maxine told Georgia the truth about Marcus. And it made her, like, kind of like, oh, okay, this is why he act like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is why Marcus is acting like this. And I'm glad that Marcus is, hopefully in season 3, he's kind of get better and better now that Ginny is kind of like comforting him more. Because the thing about Marcus, he just was comforting everybody. but they really wasn't comforting him. I mean, Ginny was, but it's like Maxine was kind of was. She stepped up, but it's like Ellen, you know, and the dad just wasn't doing it for Marcus. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't that comforting. Silver was, but it's like they really wasn't. It just, he always just was alone. You get what I'm saying? He was around a lot of people, but was so alone, and I related a lot to that. Done with Marcus. Let's talk about the heavy hitters. Zion, fine ass, fine ass, fine ass. Ah, he's so fine. But I loved how he stepped up as being a father. I mean, he was already stepping up, you know, when she was teen, but he really, really, really gave Jeannie the room to really talk. He listened to her. He didn't run like Georgia did and like, oh, let's mess up this person. He just was very chilled. He put Jeannie into therapy. She really, really needed that. He just was, I'm glad that he's with some but he did very, very good this season, Zion. But I want to talk about something. Zion, your parents was talking down on Georgia. I understand Georgia had a past, but they was talking down on her, like down, and like kind of in front of Jeannie too. This didn't give a fuck. So it's like, why didn't you stick up for Georgia? Why didn't you stick up for her? You just let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's kind of like, dude, you just let them just talk smack about her like this. Say, oh, she did this, she did that, like, and it's like just so embarrassing. They saying this all around Georgia. I mean, Jeannie. Like, you should have checked your parents when they did that. You should have checked them, because I would have did that. I think it was at the Thanksgiving dinner. I would have checked them for that, because it's like they were very, very, very mean to Georgia. I understand she had a past, but they was very, very rude. I was very like, Zion, step up, okay? I'm happy that he's with Simone. Simone's cute. Like, I love him, so I'm glad that they're together. I hope she gets pregnant. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna put both of them together. I'm gonna put the kids together. So I'm talking about Jeannie and Austin. Jeannie this season. Last season I didn't like her. I was like, girl, you just too whiny, too whiny, too whiny. This season I'm like, okay, you're not too whiny. You are valid to be whiny like this. You know what I'm saying? You're valid to feel like this. Georgia put her through a lot. But not even just Georgia. That detective was the tip of the icing. Like, that detective made it even worse. Like, Jeannie was getting kind of better, but when he told her about Kenny and stuff like that, it really, really messed up Jeannie to where she was self-harming and stuff like that. It messed her up. Like, it messed her up. I felt so sorry for her, because she already, like, with her mom, then you were telling her about Kenny and stuff like that. It's already messing her up. So it's like, I really thought Jeannie was gonna lose it all. Like, I really thought. Then you got your friend, another thing. Then you got your friends not talking to you over something that's so dumb, because she's with Maxine's brother. You got them not talking to you. That's what, like, her main friends that she hung out with. I mean, she hung out with Risha and them, but, like, that was her main friends. Walking down the hallways, kind of feeling alone. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Marcus and her really kind of went through the same thing. It's like Jeannie was kind of feeling alone. Marcus is feeling alone. I mean, he always felt it, but whoa, they kind of, oh wow, they went, yeah. Wow. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that she had some black friends. Like, that's one thing Zion mama ate with, is that Jeannie needs to be around people that looks like her. And I'm glad that Zion mama ate with that. She ate with that. 'Cause I was so happy that Jeannie started to hang out with her black friends. Those friends of hers was just, every time I saw them on the screen, I was so happy. That's why I was mad at Maxine, because it's like, girl, move! Move! You already kicked it to the curb. Like, move! But I was so happy that she found those friends. I was happy that Jeannie went to therapy. She really, really needed therapy, because Georgia would put her through a lot of shit. I'm glad that she stopped at self-harming. I hope she doesn't, like, do it again, because now that Georgia's in jail. So, Yeah. But I want to talk about Austin real quick. Austin, you didn't do anything wrong. You protected your mother. That's all I'm going to say. Austin, you didn't do anything wrong. You was protecting your mother from your nasty ass father. Okay? You was protecting your mom. You had every right to do that. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Austin, he ate this season 2. He was so nice to Cynthia's son. How he comforted him and became friends with him because his dad was dying. It was so sweet of him. But yeah, he was not wrong. Okay? The last people I want to talk about is Georgia and Paul. I'm gonna talk about Georgia first. I did not know that Gil was. It's like we kind of this season. It's like they giving us the answers. They did it so well. I'm like, why is Georgia carrying stuff? Why does she have these guns? Why is she running? Why is she doing this? Why? One of the reasons why is because she just was so young. She was raising these kids, but a lot of the actions why she does the things she do is because of Gil. Gil fucked her up. He was abusing her, making her feel less than, treating her any kind of way. He made her the way she was. He did. And I feel like that's why she carried, and that's why she kind of did a lot of stuff to Kenny, because she went through so much trauma. She thought the only way was to do is to kill. But they didn't. I wonder if. See, because the thing is, Gil was beating on the door. They gave us that scene again in episode 10, but they didn't finish it. But I wonder if. It's just something's missing. It's like, why is she carrying, like, protective? Like, why is she carrying guns? I think it was because of Gil, but it's like, I think we're missing something else. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, sorry, y'all. I had to take a call. But I think I was talking about Georgia. But yeah, I don't know where I left off, but we supposed to talk about something else with Georgia. The thing about Georgia is that I low-key, is my camera? I think it's good. Okay. The thing, that kind of like with Georgia is that she always like, I'm kind of glad that she went to therapy with Ginny, but the thing I want her to, I think she's noticing too, is that she has to stop treating Ginny, but I understand why she does, but she has to stop treating Ginny like she's like her friend. She has to be her mom, because that's what Ginny said when she was in therapy, is that she wants her to be a mom. She doesn't really want her to be like her friend. She wants her to be her mom. She wants her mom. She wants her mommy. So it's like, hopefully over the seasons that she will, but she's not. Like, I'm sorry, like, she will, but because the thing is, Georgia was coming clean. She was coming clean with everybody, but she was coming clean with Ginny. Ginny was just like, she was just doing good. Like, just doing good. She's not self-harming. Like, she's doing good after therapy. She was coming clean with her mom. They came back best friends. She told her that she killed somebody. And I think it was Anthony Green. She told Ginny that. Ginny's like, this is a lot of information. Right then and there, like, Georgia, you could have told her, but you don't have to tell her that stuff. Because Ginny is very, very sensitive. Like, just very, very, like, it takes a lot on her. Georgia, she just soaks it in. She's like, okay. But Ginny, you can't be just telling her all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You know? But yeah. What else I want to talk about Georgia? I knew she was gonna go to jail though. I just knew she was. But I just wish, like, I just hope this is a wake-up call. She did not have to do that to Tom. Like, she did not have to do that. And then Austin was in that room. I understand why she kind of low-key did it, because Cynthia was like, oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Forget what I'm talking about, Georgia. It all makes sense now. Cynthia didn't like Georgia. She wanted to see her gone. She just can't stand her. She never really liked her. They was planting seeds. She was talking with Gil about Georgia. Oh my gosh. She called the cops on her. Cynthia called the cops on her. She did. Cynthia called the cops on her. She did. Cynthia called the cops. She called the cops. It all makes sense now. Because remember when it was Jeannie's POV. Georgia went over to Cynthia's house. She's gonna pick up Austin, but Austin and that boy was playing hide and seek. She's saying, oh, I was messing with Joe, stuff like that, but she knew that Joe liked it. Georgia. Just throwing it in her face. Then she was like, oh, I just wish, she was like, I just wish Tom would just let go of us. I just wish Tom would just let go. Like, I just wish he would just would let go. She just kept saying that, kept saying that, kept saying that. And she know how Georgia is. She know that Georgia is not good. Like, she know that Georgia be doing some shit. She stole money, etc. She know that, right? She was planted that in Georgia's head. Next thing you know, Georgia killed Tom with the pillow, right? And then she told, I was laughing. She told Cynthia, she's like, Cynthia, it's time. Cynthia, it's time. She told Cynthia that, you know, because I thought Nick told the police. I don't think Nick did it. Hopefully I'm right. I low-key think it was Cynthia. It had to be. It had to be. Because the way how she just kept saying, I just wish she just would let us go. We're fine without him. She just kept, and low-key looked like she was fake crying too. I feel like she did that. I feel like she did. Oh, yeah. Might be right. Might be right. Might be right. Now I want to talk about Paul. Enough for Georgia. I think that Cynthia called the cops on her. Enough of that. Paul, you're doing good. You are. But no, I cut him some slack. But you can't get mad at Georgia for doing your job better than you. When it was at that educational thing, you can't get mad at her that she was doing your job better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get mad at her for that. Step up. But I love that Paul was like a father figure to Ginny and Austin. He's what Georgia needed all along. A man to really put her into place. I don't think Joe would have did it. I don't think Zion would have did it. They would have did it. But Paul was what she needed. And it's like, because he always stuck up for her. Like, it's like, he always like, the thing about him is just, he stepped it up as like a stepdad. It's just, he was telling like her, like, this Ginny has a curfew, you know, like, we need to talk to her. Like, he's just being like a father. And like, Ginny was like, you need to move on. But it's like, no, Ginny, he needs to do this to you because Georgia's not doing it. Georgia be treating you like a little friend. So it's like, you know, you need that discipline. So I love him for that. I love that Georgia came clean with him with everything. She didn't come clean with that she killed Tom, but I'm glad that she came clean with everything. Yeah, I mean, came clean with him. I really thought Paul was gonna leave her, but he didn't. But something else with Paul. I didn't trust him at first. It just kind of felt weird, but I love that him and Zion became friends and stuff like that. Like, I love that. But yeah, Paul really ate up this season. Like, he ate up. Cause he was right about Georgia with some things. Like, Austin would never fought that gun if she didn't get rid of both. But I kind of see why she didn't get rid of it, because Gil is a sick motherfucker. That's a sick man. That man is sick. So yeah, Paul, you did the thing this season, ate it up. Final things I want to talk about. You know, Ginny, I hated that she went to like Marcus' class. Like, I hate that she had to. She just was she was in a class full of dummies. And so you was in AP. You too smart to be in a class with dummies. You should have told, when your black friends told you, you should have went to the school board or something. You could have even told Paul. You didn't have to get out of that class. That teacher should have been fired. I love that Hunter and like Maxine kind of stood up for her, but like, you didn't have to drop that class because of that man. You didn't have to do that. He should have been fired. He should have been gone. That's all I want to say. He should have been fired. He should have been gone. She shouldn't have had to go to lower level of English because you don't want to do your job. Like, are you kidding me? You had her, because I thought he was kind of doing well, but coming from him, I just know he wasn't. You had her pick out a black book, and then you wanted her to discuss the class about the book. Your job. Your job. You had Ginny doing your job. Your job. I was with Zion in Georgia. She should have just let Georgia left those little magazines in there. Because it's like, oh, you got me fucked up. You got this girl doing your job? Come on now. You're a loser. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of teachers are like that, little do you know. A lot of teachers are like Jeannie's AP teacher. A lot of them are like that. They are. They are. And it's sick, and it's very sick. Yeah. But yeah. I know this video is long, but that was my final things about Ginny and George in season 2. Can't wait for season 3. Hopefully we get it like next year. Like, no, I don't want it next year, but hopefully we get it like season 3. Doubt we probably get it, but like, hopefully we get it like around like November, because this premiered in January, so they have months to film. So I want another season in the fall. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe.